Hey everybody, it's Dave McKenzie. We're at Rent One Park, and I got Steve Miller here. Big weekend, starting Friday.
Well, really starting Thursday.
Well, that's true. That's true with the dinner. Colt World Series, 5th year back here at Rent One Park, and teams are starting to roll into the ballpark now. We got Germany in town, and of course Marion in Southern Illinois. But next couple of days are going to get really busy for you.
The Dominicans should be in town tomorrow. Japan will be in town on Thursday. Um, Everybody else will fall in here Thursday afternoon. So it's a big week, big time. People are excited.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time, and of course last year didn't get to have any of the international teams, and this year the international teams are back, and there's 4 of them.
There is. Like I said, we have Mexico, Germany, Japan, and the Dominican Republic. They tell me this Dominican Republic team is really a nice team, so we'll see.
And of course 4 teams from different regions in the states.
North, South, East, and West. We have a team from Covina, California. We have a team from Harlingen, Texas. We have a team from Greensboro, North Carolina. And we have a team from Kankakee, Illinois. It's a team that was here last year as a young team, and hopefully they'll come back and compete a little better this year. But they're excited to be coming. So we have a full 10-team slate the first time in a few years.
Absolutely. And then, of course, being the host city, there's 2 teams from this area. There's a team from Marion and a Southern Illinois team.
That's correct. The team from Marion has a lot of Marion kids on it. It has a few kids from Crab Orchard and some other areas. But our goal, Dave, is to have a 16 team and another team with a lot of 15s in it to kind of build for the next year. So that's kind of the process that the ballpark and the city council and myself would like to see work out for the future of this tournament.
Of course, last year Marion was the champion of the tournament with a 7-1 win in that final game over Texas, and that was quite a tournament. But I'm really happy and really glad that we're able to get the international teams back in here, because they speak different languages, but the game is the same.
It is, and they bring a lot of excitement. I mean, that draws people to the stands to see them, and and they love coming here. This is the finest facility that Pony hosts a tournament in anywhere in the world, and Germany's so excited. They're practicing every morning here, and sometimes in the afternoon they come back, and they're going to use SI Elite's facility tomorrow. So they're excited to be here to be able to play in a facility like this, and this group with the stadium has been unbelievable to work with, just unbelievable.
And as we're sitting here talking this evening, you got Germany and Marion playing a little exhibition game here beforehand, and you listen to the chatter on the German bench. I can't understand exactly what they're saying, but I know exactly what they're saying, and the chatter's the same.
It is, and it's the techniques are the same.
Yep.
I had to laugh last night. We were talking about the catcher had a routine play, and the ball went back, and as you know, you get on the other side of it and let it drift back to you, and he did just the opposite. And the coach got up and he instructed him in German and he instructed him in English. So it was like, you got it twice, son. But it's the same around the world, and it's great to see the camaraderie between these kids, between games and all. So,
Steve, this is the 69th year for Pony baseball, and it's just amazing. People, if they don't really know the history behind Pony League baseball, I mean, it's got a storied history.
It does. The actor, Mr. Brown, was the really driving force for starting Pony in 1951. And, it's grown every year from there. But, their philosophy is protect our nation's youth. That's what Pony stands for. And like I said, we try to do that in every aspect of what we do. But all the different levels and horse names. We start with Shetland, Pinto, Mustang, Bronco, Pony, Colt, Palomino, Thoroughbred. But it is a nice organization. We're not the biggest by no means, but I really want to believe that for the most part, we've got our heart in the right place and try to make it all about the kids.
And of course, just a few weeks ago, you held this level of players. These are 15 and 16-year-olds, the 16U. But it was just a few weeks ago, you had an 8U tournament that was very successful.
One of the most successful we ever had. Not one of the most successful we ever had. It's really amazing when they told me that, Steve, we'll put up the temporary fence for you and we'll move the bases in. They even took the mound down. I didn't realize this mound is a portable mound.
Yeah,
They can actually
yeah.
take it apart. They laid down the carpet. Couldn't even tell it'd been there. It looked like a rail going in there.
Yep.
And we had a team from Curacao that won it, international team. We had a team from Puerto Rico here, but they loved it. Those pictures that went around the world, people say, man, for 8U kids to get to play on a field like that, they had their picture up on the Jumbotron, the walk-up music. I mean, these guys here at this stadium made it, for those 8-year-olds, it was just like being in the major leagues. And they're doing the same thing for these guys. As you've seen tonight, introduction before the game, both national anthems. When they come to the bat, there's walk-up music. So I know people get tired of hearing me say how happy I am with what I've got here, but I was pretty well done with my career. And not to say that I couldn't still be, but they put a new breath of fresh air in me with the attitude that they brought for the kids in Southern Illinois.
Well, and let's kind of talk. There's kind of been a breath of fresh air added to this tournament in the fact that last night the Marion City Council voted to extend the contract for an additional 5 years, which is having that stability is really an important thing.
And that's true, Dave. That's for both sides. That's for us and Pony, and it's for them as well. They know it's not going anywhere. I hope that in the near future we have a sign put up here that says the home of the Pony Colt League World Series. I think it's found a home. It was in Lafayette, as you know, for 40 some odd years, and I hope it's here 40 years. But the council voted, I think, unanimously to bring it back. The group that is running the stadium is in on that now, and again, I think it's win-win for Southern Illinois. Not just Marion, but I give the city council credit and the stadium people as well. They're trying to do what's best for all of Southern Illinois. They're not just looking at Marion, or they're not just looking at this ballpark. They're looking, what can we do to make Southern Illinois a great place to live and work?
And people may say, well, is there anything I can do? I can say, come to this tournament, watch these games, see the level of play on the field, but most importantly, you're helping this Southern Illinois region because this is a world draw here.
Dave, we fill the hotels up, as you know, the restaurants. I laughed last night. Normally after an early game, I take my crew to eat somewhere, and last night they said, Steve said, we're kind of tired. Said, if you don't care, maybe we'll do it tomorrow night. I said, okay. So as I was driving by Buffalo Wild Wings, the whole German team was walking into the place to eat. So you're thinking, man, here's 21 guys and some parents going in to eat at 9 o'clock or 8:45 to eat. So, you're helping everybody. I mean, they've been to Carbondale, they've been to Dick's Sporting Goods, they've been to Freddy's, they've been to Culver's. Everybody feeds off of this. But you're right, the thing that would help us the most is put people in the stands. I tell everybody, $5 all day. That means that you're going to spend $1.25 for a ball game. You're going to see 4 or 5 ball games for $5. They can't make it any cheaper for you, and the atmosphere in the stadium is as clean as a pin. It's a great place. Come out and watch the games, have a good time. Friday night, if you don't come and see the fireworks, you're going to be sorry.
Of course, there'll be concessions that are open as well, so you can get your food and beverages. Everything, the meetings, Thursday night's a big night to kick things off.
Dave, it's something we've not done here. In fact, I've never done it. Thanks to the city of Marion, Black Diamond, the Oasis, Jen Lee, Sarah Crane. I hate to name anybody because I'll miss somebody, but we're having a skills contest just like they do in Pony at Washington, Pennsylvania. That's kind of the mothership, as we call it. And we've got the authority now to take that to this level. So we will have a home run hitting contest with a temporary fence put up. We'll have a fastest runner contest, 5T Custom Creations in Heron has donated 5 plaques. So we're going to give 5 awards out on Thursday night. So, and again, it'll be a great time to see these kids really perform.
And those festivities will start on the field at what time?
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. We're
going to feed the kids and the coaches at 5, and we'll have a coaches meeting about 5:45, 6 o'clock. And we hope to be on the field by 6:45 and start hitting home runs by 7 o'clock.
And then games start on Friday.
Games start Friday morning, 9 o'clock, Dave. It's bright and early Friday morning, bright and early Saturday morning. We go Sunday, we start at 8. Monday, I think we start at 11. And Tuesday is the what-if games. We could play at 11 and 2. We could play at 2. We could play at 11, 2, and 7. But 8. The championship game will be 8 o'clock on Tuesday night. So,
I appreciate that 11 o'clock start on Monday. So, and of course, all the games, this will be my 5th year. I get to do the play-by-play. All of them will be on YouTube. They're going to be streamed live as well, and you can go to coltworldseries.org if you want to watch the games.
You can, or you can go to our home site, www.pony.org, and there'll be a link there to get to it as well. And we can't thank you, Dave, enough for the past. You're known worldwide now, and I know I know you don't believe this, but I have had the people from Kankakee have called me Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. There's 2 questions asked me. Is Dave doing the play-by-play, and can you give me the link? And I said, fellas, Wednesday morning we have a meeting, and hopefully I'll have the link then. Now, Japan, you probably won't remember this, but they were here one time.
They were.
They cleaned the stands. You remember that?
Yes.
The gentleman that was with them will be back with Japan this year. They also have contacted and said, they call you Mr. McKenzie. Will he be doing the play-by-play? Will they be doing streaming? Said, yes, they will. So, Dave, Pony can't thank you enough, and Southern Illinois can't thank you enough. You've been a big supporter of this tournament ever since it came. People don't realize the number of hours that you're here. You're here sometimes 4 a.m. and as late as I am, but you give a lot of time, and I want you to know Pony appreciates it, and the teams, the kids really appreciate it. When they go back and look at the archives, those games where you've called them, it's a big time for those kids, Dave. And we appreciate it.
I have stocked up on Chloraseptic, throat coat tea. I'll have the coffee maker ready to go, but it's going to be a good time. Steve, I appreciate you taking some time here. I wanted to get you before things really start going crazy for you, but it's just going to be a great time. And like we mentioned at the beginning of this, the fact that the international teams are here, we're back to normal with this tournament, and it is a lot of fun. Sometime this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, people of the area need to come down and watch us.
We hope they do. We're hoping Friday night we have a couple thousand people here, because like I said, it's going to be some big announcements made. Going to be a fireworks show out of this world. We'll have opening ceremonies. You'll see every team on the field, and they'll get to see you, Dave.
I'll be up in the box. I'll just stay up there.
We may drag you down on the field. You never can
Whatever
tell.
you need. Whatever you need. That's Steve Miller, and he's the director of the tournament and does just a great job. I don't know how he stays on top of everything, but thanks for spending some time with me.
Thank you, Dave. We appreciate it. Thanks, Dave.